Hi, this is Melissa the Stamp Doc. Today I'm going to share with you a box card, and I've shared several of these card in a box style in previous videos, and I'll link to one of those at the end for you to see. But I wanted one that would fit in one of our Stampin' Up! Medium envelopes. So let me show you what I've done. And this was done with the Pampered Pets stamp set. So as you can see, this is our medium envelope. And our card looks like this on this side. And on this side, I've left it blank, but this is where I would write my message on there. And then when you go to open it up, it looks like this. Okay, so it will stand on its own and just makes a really cute card for just about any occasion. So they're very simple to make, and I will walk you step by step through that. If for some reason you miss any of the measurements, just be sure to check out the blog link in the description below. You're going to start with a piece of 12 by 12 cardstock and cut that down to 4 1/4 inches by 12. Then you also want to cut a strip that is 1 inch from that same piece of cardstock. Doing it this way, you'll get 2 cards like this from 1 sheet of cardstock. Take the 1 inch strips and then you're going to turn them and cut them at 4 3/4 inches. You will need 2 of these. These are the inside part of the box, and you'll want to score 1 inch from each end. I use both sides of my trimmer for that. So if you can't keep up with 1 inch, just do 1 inch and then 3 3/4. Take your 4 1/4 by 12 inch piece, and you want to score it across at 2 inches. Then we're going to turn it lengthwise, and you're going to score it 4 times: 2 3/4 inches, 5 1/2 inches, 8 1/4 inches, and 11 inches. This will give you all of your score marks for your box. Once you're done, I want you to fold that in half, and you'll notice that one side is a little bit shorter. This is the top part of your box. Now you're going to take your paper snips, and you want to cut on those score lines down to that 2 inch mark across. So on each one of those lines, just cut straight down to that middle score line. And then on this 1 inch flap on the bottom part, I want you to cut it up at an angle so it leaves a flap like this. Now I always create a template for myself out of Whisper White cardstock, and that way I can make sure that I've done that correctly, and I also have something to reference back to. So I have my card base and also my 2 strips that are going to go on the inside, and that is for any type of box card. Now I'm also going to need cardstock for the front and the back, and these are Whisper White and Basic Black cardstock. Then the back Designer Series paper I'm using with the Playful Pets. The bottom cardstock, you'll need 3 of these for the outside of the box, and you'll need 3 layers of designer paper for that also. For the top, you'll need 3 for the inside and also 3 for the outside. So you'll need to cut 6 of those in all. And then you'll need to do your layers as well with your pattern paper. I like to mix those up a little bit, so you can do any combination of those that you like. Once you have those, you're going to start putting all of your layers together. This is a little time consuming, so I'm not going to make you watch me do all of those, but I do put all those together. Then once I have those done, I can then do my layout before I adhere them down. So I'm going to place all of my outside pieces first, all on the bottom, and then my top pieces, and of course my back piece. And I'm going to adhere those down with my Stampin' Seal. So again, this takes just a little bit of time. I'm not going to make you watch all of that. So as you can see, I've got most of my pieces in place. I'm just putting the last piece on there, and this creates basically the outside portion of the box card. So again, just make sure you've got all of those firmly in place. My measurements allow you to have a little bit of a border around each one. We're going to flip that over now and do the back side. So again, you have your longer piece, and I'm just going to leave that there. I'm not going to put it down just yet. I'm going to wait until just a bit later. And then I'm turning it upside down because when your flaps open up, they're going to basically be inside out. So you'll need to position them that way. So once you've adhered those down, you've got your front and your back all completed. Use your bone folder to really get a good crease on everything. Even if you've done this earlier, you're going to want to do it again. Now I'm going to go ahead and put that inside piece in place, and I'm going to bend down the little flap. We're going to use the Stampin' Seal Plus on that flap because it's really good at creating a firm hold and perfect for putting boxes together. So then you're just going to fold that over. That's really all there is to it. As long as your score lines are good, that's going to come out just right. So that creates the outside part of your box. Now we need to do the inside. So we have our two little strips that we created earlier, and we're going to put the Stampin' Seal Plus on those 1-inch tabs. So this is great because it's a little different than the sticky strip or even the red seal tape that you might have used, because it has just as strong of a hold, but it's in a roller form. So when you position these, this first one, you want to position the flaps toward the back and flush up against the back. They're only about 1/8 of an inch down. You don't want to stick them too far down into the box because otherwise your items won't stick up. And then the other one, the flaps face towards the front. And again, just make sure those are flush against the sides and give it a good squeeze to get everything down in place. Now I've got some die cuts that I did. I actually cut these out of the Playful Pets Designer Series paper, but you could do stamped images. I do have a stamped greeting and some other things to put on there. I like to use the multi-purpose glue to put the little critters inside there. That way I have a little bit of a chance to move those around if they're not exactly where I want them. So this glue is perfect for that. So I'm just going to put all of those in place. And remember, you can use the front and the back of those flaps however you like, and even decorate the box flaps too. So this is my finished card. And as you can see, I've got all of my little things in there, my little hearts in the back as well. And it does fold up perfectly so that it will fit in that medium envelope. And I can mail this. So that's what's really nice about this particular box card. For other ones I've done, I've had to do custom envelopes. There's even a place for you to write your message on there. So it's really just the perfect little surprise card. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you again soon.